Well, the United States is, of course, still reeling from those Boston bombings. So what does an attack like this mean for international events around the world, particularly international marathons? Well, joining me on the line is Johan van Staden from the Comrades Marathon Association. Mr. Staden, good morning to you. Last I checked your website, it's 46 days to go till your event. Before we talk about your logistics, what is your reaction to what you saw in Boston?
Well, from the Comrade side, we always say it's a sad day when radical groups revert to violence to get their message across. And from Comrade side, we are feeling together with those organizers because it's one of the biggest fears out there that your event might be chosen and people, acting in incorrect ways, and bomb blast is the biggest fear for any major event out there.
I certainly did not want to have this interview to incite any kind of panic, but it is, of course, relevant to your event, considering what we've seen and how large your event is for the Comrades Marathon. Are you taking extra precautions now that we have seen an attack like this?
Well, from the Comrade side, over the last 20 years, we've already looked at bomb blast as a potential threat to our event. And over the 20 years, we've developed systems that safeguards our event. So we are well on track, and with the experience we've got, we are on track, but we are looking at those issues as well.
Are you concerned you're going to have a very high dropout rate considering what happened in the United States?
There is a possibility, but I really don't think it's going to affect us in any major way. Our nation, if I want to call it that, is stable at the moment, and we don't have any threats from outside, so I don't foresee any major issues. Maybe on the international side, but from the local side, everybody is ready and very enthusiastic for our event.
Give us an idea, if you can. I know the numbers do change regularly. The number of international runners that you have coming down to Pietermaritzburg and Durban for your event.
Yeah, we are just in the excess of 1,400 athletes at the moment.
And no concerns, I imagine, from those various athletes about the attacks that we've seen. They're all, as far as you're aware, still on planes heading to Durban in a few weeks' time.
Absolutely. We've had no correspondence at all at this stage.
As far as the spectators are concerned, where should the prime locations be for spectators to be watching this year?
Well, we've got one spectator spot, our Nedbank spectator spot at Staden, where we will be catering for all the spectators and all their needs, because it's a long day. They spend hours alongside the road, and the Nedbank spectator spot is definitely the place to be. And then from there on, to move on to the finish venue at the Oval in Pietermaritzburg.
In Staden and at the Oval in Pietermaritzburg, are we going to see more security?
Absolutely. We've got about 350 to 400 security en route and at the finish venue. And then together with the phenomenal support that we're getting from our police services and so on in South Africa, absolutely. We're over 500 people looking after the safety of the South African and international runners.
A man I know very well, Lindsay Perry, my personal coach. He was running the Boston Marathon. Any word? I know he's the Comrades coach as well. Is he going to be running this year's event? Have you spoken to him?
Yes, Lindsay is fit and strong. I heard that he had a phenomenal race in Boston, and he will be running at the Comrades as well.
All right, so just as a final comment from you on the record, you are not concerned about security. Everything is in place for the Comrades Marathon. It is all green for the 90-odd kilometers.
Absolutely. We are well prepared and ready for the runners. They must just come and enjoy the day in a very, very safe environment.
Appreciate your time in talking to us this morning in what is a very stressful time for marathons around the world. Mr. Johan van Staden from the Comrades Marathon Association.
News that moves. eNCA.com.